When Hurricane Sandy slammed into our city's shoreline on October 29th, nearly 76,000 buildings in New York City were affected, and over 300 homes were completely washed away. And tragically, 43 New Yorkers in our city lost their lives. The following day, the survivors awoke to a new reality: life in Zone A. CHPC board members went to work to use their considerable technical expertise to help to identify zoning and building code changes to make sure that people could rebuild safely. And we're seeing many of those changes be put in place through executive order now. And we helped our colleagues at HPD to bring together more than 50 people from a variety of not-for-profit organizations to begin to coordinate responses and share resources and information. And by the way, that meeting couldn't have been possible without Dave Walsh, who gave us space and a free lunch, which was greatly appreciated. That first meeting has, thanks to HPD, become a regular way to share information, shape program responses, and address issues as they arise. And so many people have worked so hard: Denise at LISC, Shola at Enterprise, Ismini Spiliotis, who's here somewhere from Manny, yes, Judy Orlando from Estella in Coney Island, Christy Peel from the Center for New York City Neighborhoods, Sal DeVola from Neighborhood Restore, Carol Lambert from Settlement Housing. People put their hands up and stepped in and began to work without being paid, without knowing what was going to come next, and they just devoted their resources to try to get out there and help people and make things work. At HPD, we can't thank Kay Matheny and John Kimball enough. I know we've probably driven you insane every 2 weeks at these meetings, but it's been such an important collaboration, and we really appreciate it. But we know that much more needs to be done. So when my old friend Joe Papello started talking about his work on Staten Island, particularly helping the residents of Fox Beach figure out how to actually leave their community, which is now in the marshland again, we thought this was another way for CHPC to get involved. As a William R. Ginsburg Practitioner Senior Fellow, Joseph set to work to create a new organization, Zone A New York, to help communities understand their choices, translate government regulation, and figure out what are the best decisions for them and their neighbors. Thanks to support from the Revson Foundation, Enterprise, LISC, and CHPC, the board of this new not-for-profit is now in formation. And so I have to ask you, not the government people in this room, but how many of you have been involved in any kind of actual rebuilding or renovation in response to the hurricane? Okay, that's a very small response for the talent, experience in this room. So we really need people to get involved in this, because the model of people coming, volunteers coming from Idaho to places to help rebuild after a hurricane, while we appreciate the sentiment, come on. We have the most experienced, sophisticated housing and community development industry in America, and you need to get involved. So one of the things you can do is just see Joseph after the luncheon. Joseph, where are you sitting? Okay, Joseph's here. His email address should be up there on the screen. You can call our offices, because our little teeny-weeny organization is giving him a free desk and phone and computer and all that. So, you can reach him and you can figure it out, and you can start thinking about how you're going to use your skills and your experience to help these devastated communities. Because 5 months later, trust me, they are still devastated. So I appreciate any help you can give for Zone A.